Market prep at the close. Spencer Israel, Joel Elconin. Joel, are we still at all-time highs, or did we come off it?
We just made a high at 90 even. It's 33.90 this morning. We had a little dip. I think people are attributing that maybe to Mnuchin comments, and we got in the area of Monday's Glowback slow 64.75, but the bulls stepped in at 65 and a quarter, and boom, brought us back up to make a new high for the session. Let me illustrate this here before Spencer tells me to share my screen. So we are due to post a new all-time closing high here by a pretty good margin, another high for the move. We did clear out those 5 highs at 82, 82 and a half. Looks like we're going to settle above that. Maybe we'll get to that magic 3,400 mark, maybe overnight or tomorrow. We have crude in the red by 35 cents, snuck through 43 and couldn't find any buyers. Went to 43.29, down 34 cents here. 43, still a relevant level in crude oil. Gold up 1470 here, back over the 2K mark. We are trading at 2013.40. That's up 1470. Got a ways to go to get back to the high of the move. Silver outperforming today. That's up 1.26% at 28.05. Trying to get that close over 28.05. That's up about 34 cents here as it trades in the after hours session.
All right, a lot on my radar today. I guess we should just start with the stocks that led our show in the morning, and we can just look at Walmart and Home Depot, and then Target before they report tomorrow morning. All three trading very similarly today. They got the pop and the drop in the pre-market, continued drop after the open, and then a bounce off the lows of the day. All those charts look pretty much the same between Walmart, Home Depot, and the XRT for the whole retail sector looks that way today. But an interesting shakeout for that trade today, Joel.
Yeah, we talked about that one extensively. I started talking about that in the pre-market trading. Just if you're going to buy Walmart up $8, then you're going to buy Walmart up $8. But it came in, but I got a level for you. I mean, you got a little pop off the open, but for you Walmart traders here and moving forward, what's the low of the day today? Low of the day is 133.17. Yesterday's low 133.85. You are getting a little bit of a bounce. So if you want to play it close to the vest here, maybe a stop under, give it to 129. What the heck? You had another low at 31.63, another low at 29.08. But a lot of people trapped on that crazy open and, down 89 cents, but just chopping around here. Not going to post an all-time closing high. That was made yesterday at 135.60. That will be your big number besides today's high of 37.63 in tomorrow's session for Walmart. Home Depot took a look at 300, got taken away. Once again, same situation. Here you got a pair of lows in the same area. I like to look at that. 83.04, 83.57. If you're playing it close to the vest, look at that as a potential exit on weakness. Your 3 and 4 day low are in the 279 handle.
This probably doesn't bode well for the rest of the retail earnings here. I mentioned Target is tomorrow morning along with Lowe's. You've got TJX tomorrow morning as well. BJ's is on Thursday morning. Ross Stores Thursday afternoon. I don't know. This doesn't make me feel super confident in that trade. I feel like now they would be really quick to just sell any pop.
Yeah, it's tough, because we were talking about that on the at the close show. I don't hold stocks, like buying stocks in the earnings. Maybe I've done some option trades in the earnings, but it's such a coin flip. Like, yeah, you would have known that, you had a feeling that Walmart was going to beat, but it did. But, when it was at 144 and a half, why couldn't it go to 145, 146, 147? So very difficult. I would be a little nervous here because Target, they can even have a good number, hit an all-time high yesterday. you just never know how the street's going to react to earnings. But what we've seen in Amazon, Amazon was sold off for its earnings beat. And then you have a precedence here with Walmart and HD being sold. So that's the trend in early trend in earnings season for the retailers. We'll sure find out a lot more
Yeah.
today and throughout the
Yeah.
remainder of the week.
The one number to really know on target is 6%. That is what the implied volatility is right now.
Nice.
So 6% in either direction in target. So that's the number to know.
Easy, Mike. All the money is made into earnings, and that's a great point. You talk. One of Dennis's favorite plays is the pre-earnings run in stocks, and so he gets that alpha. People want to be long going into the print, then he gets out ahead of the print, and then you don't have to worry about things. As in the case of Apple, it kept on running. But you're right, and then you also see sometimes the opposite effect. If a stock's a dog and it's heading in the earnings, people want to exit ahead of it. So good point there. Easy, Mike.
And Joel, I don't know if you saw Kodak today, but it went for a ride. It went from 6 to 13. Now it's back below $8. And there were several volatility halts throughout that roller coaster. But
Jeez,
this is just that the story here is nothing ever goes straight down. this
no, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it was news or big fund got long a bunch of stock. I mean, there's so much manipulation going on in this. I don't even know what side to be manipulated on.
me neither.
1369, miss filling the gap at 1457. But is there any stocks that I've permanently have banned from the show?
Yeah, dry ships.
Oh yeah, but that's not even around anymore, right?
No, it is not.
Kodak is
Okay.
under the consideration
Okay.
of being banned from the show.
Okay. If we can move on here, I want to bring up KNDI here, Kandi. This is just classic buy the rumor, sell the news. Today, I think, is the first day that they're taking online orders for 2 of their electric vehicles, and just run up into it and just classic.
Maybe it was an online order. Maybe they got one order. And that was it.
Oh, that was it. Yeah.
I hope Kenny stuck to his trading plan. He was long over 10.
Sure he did.
Said, you never know. He said under 10, he's going to hit the exit. Kenny, if you can hear me, I hope you followed your trading plan here. Match yesterday's high, like right on the kisser. I believe 1061, 1068. And they just looking at this chart here too. Like I know I get you, I get real numbery and give you the exact numbers, but just that 10 level, let's just draw that line across there. And you see it stuck its head above it like 3 or 4 times. But man, it has a hard time closing above it. I'm on the downside if I want to get fancy with the lines here. Oh, I have to grab the line again. Maybe we'll get a little bit of a trading range in this one. I've been kind of delinquent on my lines lately, so I'll just mark this one up. But if you want to wait for this thing to come down to the bottom of the trading range, 827, 830. And on the daily chart, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 lows in a row right in that area. So maybe a little trade the range and Kandi for a while.
Yeah. And then Jackie Ford asking about Workhorse. This got some play on CNBC today. Got some play on the halftime report. And I cannot remember stocks ever moving intraday
on a halftime report
this way, in the way they have been on CNBC.
Yes, we talked about
that. Mentions, but we know that Jim Cramer is influential after hours. Fast Money, which is the show that's at 5, right? That can move stocks, but I can never remember intraday there being this many moves seemingly off of nothing but a CNBC mention. Today it was John Najarian on halftime report. But it seems like it's happening more and more these past few weeks, and I don't know if that's a sign of.
If you're good at trading those kind of things,
yeah,
go ahead and do it. If you don't know what the next word is going to come out of someone's mouth, if you're good at doing that, if you're good at trading it, then boom, do it. I'm not. Triple D, he'll do it in the after hours in the pre-market because he's dealing with a bunch of amateurs, but he'll not like intraday. He stay far away from this. And you did get a spike up. I don't even know if was there a daily high in that area to lean on?
I don't
Nah.
know. It's just
Actually not bad. 1740. That was your high on August 6th, and your high today was 1760. So if you saw the pop, you looked at it, you looked at your daily, you had one number, you would have taken a little heat when it got through it, because the other high was at 1790. So there you go. Like I said, if you're good at trading those things, go ahead. Trading off what the Nigerians say, I don't know.
It's just crazy because it's one thing for this to happen after hours where there's less liquidity, less volume, less people trading, but intraday, with all the algorithms out there and all the high frequency traders out there, to see a move like this off of a positive mention on TV is just, I don't know. I can't remember seeing this before. So,
Ooh, good chart. Good chart up here by who is it? Daily Swim Trader. Yeah, that's a sleepy chart there. That is a very sleepy chart, but it's a sleepy stock here. Johnson and Johnson. Man, oh man, look at this support here. Come on, line. Let's move up to this line here. I'd keep an eye on this one, folks. Look at that. I got the wrong stock up. J&J. Come on here. Boy, you got a roof in here. 149, 149.80. Where's it trading? It's trying to break out here. 150. That looks like a hurdle. Might be a big seller, not on the book at 150, but like it gets over 150 on yesterday, 150.23. They sent an order to the floor. Sell me a couple million down to 150. That order partially gets done. Then today it gets to 150.05. They don't want to show their order. Boom, they saw a couple million there. So 150, still a real pesky level here. Close over 150, I'd be a little bit more bullish in Johnson and Johnson.
all right, I'm going through the chat here. We'll do some tickers. Let's look at GAN. This one is up 2% today. Several good days in a row now for GAN.
Yeah, found a bottom there just under $20. Buy the dippers came in. Gap and go on Monday, maintaining that. I like to see it clear 26 for Raz and everyone else holding that. You had the initial dip off the high, and then you came up and you kissed 26 a couple times. So I like to chart. Keep an eye on the matching lows from the last two sessions, 23.30, 23.13, because if you follow that, you might have a little downside back to 21. But yeah, just keep a real close eye. This thing is really, you got this. Go with the line again here. Boom, that's 25.74. I'll bump the line up a little bit. 25.90, and then illustrated here on the daily chart. I can give you those levels. 595 and 563 and 590. Big hurdle there for GAN.
And you know what? They report earnings on Thursday after the close. So again, classic earnings run up.
Yeah, yep, run into the print. Yep, great.
Classic. All right, going back to the chat here. Let's go to, I had a few and then I scrolled and I lost my place. So I'm trying to get my place back in the chat. Here's an interesting question, Joel. You've spoken frequently about just rolling your options over after the expiration. Can you explain that for a second for Akash?
Let's say you have some calls on Apple for this week, and let's say you've been riding them for a while and they're 440 calls that expire this week, but you don't want an expiration. You don't want to take them. So what you would need to do is you would sell that 440 call and then maybe, roll up, take some of the profits and, go out another month and buy a 470 call. So that's just when you're selling one call for, substituting for another. I talk about more on the roller of the futures contracts, which is coming up in a couple weeks. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about when you're rolling over your contracts in the options market.
All right, let's look at, oh man, I just had it. And then my chat refreshed, and then I lost my place. Oh, Chegg. There we go.
Oh yeah, how is the
Uh,
Chegger doing?
I just kind of hanging out. Not really
Found got the
the
beats
rain.
after earnings. Put in your double bottom for you. Snuck over 80 today. Boy, did you see what Carolina and UNC did, Spencer?
That was yesterday. Yep, I did see that. That was
Oh,
and today it's Notre Dame who has bad. You know what's funny? Maybe not funny, but for the past 6 months, or maybe for March through July, the number one story was, okay, what are all the states doing in terms of cases? How bad is it in each state? Now it's going to be universities. How bad is it going to be in each university? We saw UNC really bad yesterday, having to shut down in-person classes and go virtual. I saw some stats from Notre Dame today that aren't great. So you're seeing this sort of thing happen. It's gone from state by state. Now we look at school by school.
okay. Big level here. I actually got this one right here. The 50% retracement of this move from 73.71 from that high of 89, just under 90. Your halfway back point was 81.82. I'm sure my pennies are off a little bit here. I got to 82.07 and rejected. So there you go. If you're using that 50% on the target, then that was good. Now, boy, oh boy. It looks like we're rolling over here. Not sure we're going to come back down to the support, but best thing here for Chegg, hold out here a day or two, consolidate, and then take a poke at that high for today again. Clearing 82 definitely would be good. That would be a signal, perhaps back up to that all-time high, 89.93.
And then Abdul reminding me that, because I forgot, that Express Spa also reports earnings tomorrow. So I would keep an eye on. Wait, are there options in Express Spa? I don't even.
I doubt it.
Yeah, no, I don't think there are. So
Tough call.
Never mind. I was gonna say keep an eye on your expected move, but
Yeah,
this one.
Better
Okay.
hold $3, Bulls. That's all I have to say
Yeah.
for Express Spa.
Yeah. And then there was another one. Zoom. That's what it was.
Zoom info or Zoom
ZM, and it is flirting with all-time highs.
Right back. Yeah, why not hold out for that? Nice move here. Zoom classrooms, I guess, is something that maybe people are assuming here. If you look at Peloton and Zoom, I mean, I don't know if you could
Peloton had a great day.
Yeah, I don't know if you could be real. I know, and that had me shaking from a tree. I was thinking of selling that, and then boom, it gets this kind of up day. Let's see if we can get back and make a new all-time high. S&P's fading a little bit in here to the close. I don't know if I saw any selling balances here, but definitely not the kind of move you like to see late in the day in the S&Ps. It looks like we're still going to get a new high, closing high for the rebound, but we got a target on it back for tomorrow, and that's going to be 90.75.
All right. We are a handful of seconds away from the close here, Joel. Any final thoughts on today's session?
No, new high for the move. It looks like we're going to close above that chunk of 5 high. So it's still going to be my bogey, 82. Staying above that should be bode well for the market. I just don't know how long it's going to take us to get up to that 3,400. Just a psychological level. No true levels now. But 90.75 overnight. If we go into retreat, I don't think you're going to get a chance to buy it at yesterday's low, 65.25. That is just was 2 ticks away from the low on Monday at 64.75. So there's your good support on the downside.
All right, we are going to close in about 5 or 6 seconds here. So that'll be a wrap for us. Please remember all the information from our broadcast are meant to be used as informational purposes and not for investing or trading advice. Everyone have a great rest. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. I got to get better at reminding people to do that. Now, everyone have a great rest of your Tuesday. We'll be back with you tomorrow morning.